Are you tired of your PC gaming or streaming audio sounding muddy, flat, and completely lifeless? You might think you need a brand new expensive headset, but real talk, what you actually need is a proper audio equalizer. Welcome to Tech Selected, where I find the absolute best gear to upgrade your setup. Today, we are ranking the top 5 best audio equalizers on the market in 2026. If you want that crisp cinematic sound for your streams or pinpoint spatial accuracy for your favorite shooters, you are exactly where you need to be. Number 1 offers insane value. But before we get to ranking, here are 3 traps that will absolutely waste your hard-earned dollars if you aren't careful. Let's get into it.
Trap number 1, the software illusion. So many gamers rely solely on a basic audio equalizer for Mac or PC, hoping a free download will fix bad hardware. While tweaking software like Peace Equalizer is a great starting point for PC gaming, relying entirely on digital sliders can sometimes introduce audio delay, clipping, or software crashes. You need physical hardware to truly shape that sound. Trap number 2, the spec sheet lie. A brand might advertise massive frequency ranges, but in reality, if the signal-to-noise ratio is garbage, you are just amplifying background hiss. Never buy an EQ that doesn't clearly state a high SNR metric. Finally, trap number 3, forgetting the amplifier. Many beginners buy a standalone equalizer expecting to plug their gaming headset directly into it. Remember, standalone EQs shape the sound, but they often don't have headphone jacks. For most of the units on this list, you will still need a dedicated headphone amp or audio interface to actually power your headset. Don't worry, I'll clearly explain which ones are all-in-one combos and which ones need an amp as we go through the top 5. Alright, enough talking. Let's kick things off with number 5. Kicking things off at number 5, the Nobsound 9-band stereo EQ is the absolute best choice if you are on a strict budget but still want to completely transform your desktop audio. For just $49, this tiny aluminum block gives you analog control over 9 frequency bands. Here's the deal. If you are using decent entry-level headphones and want to add some serious punch to your gaming explosions or streaming playback, this little unit is the best bang for your buck, hands down. It features a fantastic 111 decibel signal-to-noise ratio and ultra-low distortion. One user mentioned how it completely brought their dual PC speakers back to life without adding any annoying static hiss. It also has dual RCA inputs and outputs, meaning you can easily connect it between your PC and your amp. Now, for the limitation, some users mentioned that if you have a highly complex ground loop prone setup, it might introduce a tiny bit of line noise. The quick workaround? Make sure you're using high-quality shielded RCA cables to keep that signal crystal clean. For under $50, it is an incredibly easy entry point into the world of physical EQ hardware. Moving on to number 4, the Behringer FBQ1502HD is for the streamer or gamer who wants total, granular control over their microphone and game audio frequencies. If you are stepping up to a dual PC streaming setup, this rack-mountable unit is a beast. The standout feature here is the revolutionary FBQ feedback detection system. It instantly reveals critical frequencies. Say you are streaming and suddenly get that awful high-pitched ringing in your headset. The FBQ system literally lights up the exact slayer causing the issue, so you can kill the feedback instantly. It also includes a dedicated mono subwoofer output, which is amazing if you want to feel the bass drops in your chest without muddying up your mid-range vocals. One reviewer noted that it completely solved a massive hum problem in their home audio rig. The downside, it is pretty bulky. It is designed for rack mounting, meaning it takes up quite a bit of desk space if you just lay it flat. The solution is simple. Grab an under-desk mounting bracket or a small desktop rack stand to keep your workspace looking tidy. At $139, it brings professional studio utility right to your gaming room. Sitting at number 3, we have the Fosi Audio SK01. This is the ultimate pick if you are an audiophile gamer who wants a powerful headphone amp and an equalizer all rolled into one sleek portable device. Honestly, this thing looks super clean and premium. For $79, you get tri-band control for treble, mid-range, and bass. Plus, it can push out up to 2,400 milliwatts of power. It is perfect if you want to dial in the EQ settings for popular studio monitors like the Audio-Technica ATH M40X, or if you need to power demanding high-impedance gaming headsets. A cool story from the reviews, one gamer paired this with their Geo XLR interface and noted that it drove their expensive Audeze headphones with literal rumbling bass, completely changing their immersion in single-player RPGs. It even has a built-in battery for up to 6 hours of portable use. The only minor flaw is that it focuses on a broader 3-band tone control rather than specific 9-band frequencies, which limits micro-adjustments. But honestly, for 90% of gamers, tweaking just the lows, mids, and highs is exactly what you need for a fast setup. Plus, there is a one-click bypass button to instantly return to your flat original audio. Taking the runner-up spot at number 2 is the Sheet Lokius. This is the absolute premium choice for the high-end gaming enthusiast who refuses to compromise on audio fidelity. Real talk, at $344, it costs a pretty penny, but the build quality is absolutely legendary. Designed and built right here in the USA, this 6-band balanced tone control equalizer lets you perfectly sculpt everything, from deep 20Hz basslines to sparkling 16 kHz highs. Unlike cheaper digital EQs that color the sound with artificial processing, the Lokius transforms your system's audio with zero distortion. One buyer mentioned it is literally built like a tank and allows for incredibly subtle, smooth boosts that make gain soundtracks feel incredibly alive. Just keep in mind the Lokius is a dedicated equalizer, meaning you will need to route it into a separate headphone amplifier to actually listen to your game audio. The main limitation here is obviously the price tag and the fact that it only comes with a US power supply. The workaround? If you are traveling or using this outside North America, you will need to grab a step-down transformer. But for an American buyer looking for pristine audiophile-grade sound to pair with high-end streaming gear, this is an absolute game changer. Literally, you won't ever want to game without it again. Finally, taking the crown at number 1, we have the Duke Audio Balanced EQ Preamp T8 Pro. This is the undisputed champion if you want the best audio equalizer experience that beautifully blends modern balanced inputs with vintage tube warmth. For $129, it delivers a massive 7-band equalization range. But here is the secret sauce. It uses real 6H1N vacuum tubes. This gives your digital game audio or streaming microphone a warm, rich analog sound signature that pure solid-state gear just cannot replicate. It sounds so incredibly good. Many users praise how it smooths out harsh high frequencies, making long gaming sessions much less fatiguing on the ears. It features both RCA and XLR inputs and outputs, so it fits perfectly between your PC's audio interface and your headphone amplifier in high-end desktop setups.
Now, the limitation. Because it uses physical vacuum tubes, they need about a minute to warm up when you turn the unit on, and some users reported a weak signal if the tubes aren't seated properly. The simple solution is to carefully push the tubes firmly into their sockets during unboxing to ensure a perfect connection. For the price, features in that glorious glowing tube aesthetic, this is the ultimate centerpiece for your 2026 setup.
And there you have it, the top 5 audio equalizers for your PC gaming and streaming setup this year. I have placed all the Amazon links in the description below so you can check the current prices and availability. Which one are you adding to your desk? Let me know in the comments. If this video helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe to Tech Selected, and I will see you in the next review.